Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name's Sasha. I do a lot of indie palette reviews, makeup content, and some unboxing. So if you guys are into that kind of content, then go ahead and subscribe and join my beauty fan because I love to have you guys here. We have a lot of fun here with makeup, especially indie palette reviews. I do a lot of indie palette reviews. That is my jam. And this one, I'm very excited, and you guys probably might be shocked because I wasn't able to get it. I was only able to pre-order it, but I only got it because I bought it from a reseller. So I paid a lot more. I paid almost like a little bit over 2 times for this palette. So I bought it from Makari, guys. Oh, I really wanted it. I didn't want to miss out. I didn't want to wait because the pre-orders supposedly, well, in the description it says will start to ship out 12/06 or something like that. And then I think on their Instagram page at Adept Cosmetics, I'm not sure. I think they were gonna start shipping, or they're gonna come in like on January. Like, I don't want to wait that long. This palette sold out within 3 minutes, and I was really devastated. So that's why I needed to buy this. I still think it might be worth it. I swatched it pretty late last night, so I did like a Instagram reel. Well, I just recorded some shots and some pictures before the beauty of it is no longer the same. You know, I mean, it's still beautiful, but once you swatch it, it doesn't look the same, right? But this palette, oh my god, so beautiful. I'm so happy that I have it. So this palette retails for $57. And let me read a little bit about this palette. It's a palette full of extremely sparkly shimmers, dual chromes and multi-chromes of various textures. There are 2 mattes included to complement your look. Please note these eyeshadows may appear to be glitters, however it is a 100% glitter-free eyeshadow palette with unique large sparkle formula. This palette is vegan, talc-free, glitter-free, BHT-free, and does not contain mineral oil. Due to high amounts of shea butter in the shimmers, this formula may not be suitable for oily or sensitive lips. There will be creasing. There may also be shimmer fallout. To help with both issues, a good eye primer is recommended. May stain the skin. Oil-based makeup remover is recommended. So they always put a lot of these facts on their website. It's under please read before buying. So they always have it on it, if you guys are wondering. So this palette contains a large amount of shea butter, so it's really like buttery, but a lot of texture in this palette. So when I swatch it, whoa, this palette has so much texture, a lot of different type of texture. All these practically had texture up to these last 3. It started getting a little bit smoother. The most unique texture I would say was the Luna shade. This one felt more waxy and like almost like jelly, not jelly, like that's the best way I could describe it. But if you guys have the Heather Austin palette, the shade Scrubs probably improve. It's not as squishy. It's like has that sticky jelly formula, but this one's more like, it feels more waxy in a way. So that's the best way I could describe it. I gotta say the mattes, you do have to build these up. So usually purples are harder to formulate, but I love purples. So I think these shades of purple will go perfectly with all these different shades right here. So they're very like metallic-y. Yeah, they're very metallic-y, very shiny, a lot of texture. So you guys will see from the swatches. If you have the other Adept cosmetic palettes, you could just bring those out with the different color mattes. I have practically all the palettes from Adept Cosmetics. So I already have my eyelids primed with the Dulce Color Concealer. So I think I'm gonna go straight with the purple shade Maria. No, I'm gonna do a halo look. Oh, okay. So I might get a different brush, but honestly, first time applying this, it feels good. So I think I'm gonna get a different brush. And so far no fallout with these mattes. So I switch out my brush. And I'm gonna, yeah. So all these looks, they're gonna look very purplish kind of, unless you get different mattes. So I think I might do that. So you guys might be lucky and you guys might see 4 different eye looks. Oh, my concealer. So yeah, I just need to put a little bit shadow here. It's because the way my lids are shaped. I think it's a concealer mainly. But yeah, I just have to pack it on more right there. So this is actually a really good purple. So the only video I've seen was from Bad to the Brow, because that was the only one I had time for to watch. So I haven't seen other reviews. I've been like so busy. Yeah, I've been really busy that I haven't had time to watch my favorite YouTubers. Yeah, not that much time. So because I've been focusing on my videos, that's why. So it takes extra time. So I'm just diffusing this a little bit. Diffusing it. I cleaned my brush off so it could help. Okay, I think this purple is definitely fine. It's very easy to work with. So even though it's not like super pigmented, you could build up the shade. And yeah, so far so good. I'm gonna use some NYX glitter glue. So I'm gonna use this. So I recently got this and I'm already hooked on it. So when I swatched it, some of the shades, like the first few shades, since they're so textury, what was I saying? Since they're so textury, you could get fallout. Like it was, like you have to really, you don't need so much. That's what I'm saying. You don't need so much because then you may get fallout. So when I was swatching them, I was getting, like I had to rub it in flat, you know, because it's just so textury. I really want to use this shade right here, the shade Selena. So I'm gonna use that. This one's like the most smoothest, so I shouldn't have trouble with this one. And this one's like a strong duochrome. And I'm just gonna put it right here. So am I gonna put another one? I think so. I think I'm gonna use this shade. It might end up looking weird. The Luna shade. I really want to use the Luna shade. So I think I might add like 2 shimmers in the middle. So let's put the Luna shade. It's not really picking well on the brush, it looks like, so I might have to use my finger. Yeah, let me use my finger for this one. This one's like the very waxy, very jelly-like. So I'm gonna get a little bit of this. And this look is gonna be really different. It's almost rainbow. I'm gonna get a little bit of the purple, the Maria shade, and kind of add some right here, and then add it right here. And then I'm gonna get a little bit and just add it right here too. Just a little bit, very lightly. Yeah, so that's very unique. Let me get that Selena shade and let me add a little bit more of the Selena shade. Ooh, yeah. So you have to be careful, you don't need so much. So I'm just adding the Selena shade. And let me get again the Luna shade. So that glitter glue is definitely helping, like it's making it stay on. So honestly, this look, it's really different though. I'm not sure if I really like it. It's not bad, but probably not gonna be my favorite look. Yeah, it's really cute though. So let's do the bottom eye. So the bottom eye, I'm just gonna get the Toya shade, the lighter purple shade. Ooh, this one's not so pigmented, so it's gonna barely add a little hint of purple. Yeah, so I can't wait to use this one. Has the main color. Let me get the Maria shade, the dark purple shade, and I'm just gonna deepen this. Okay, so it's actually, it looks cuter than I thought it was gonna turn out. So should we add an inner corner? Let me use the shade Maya. This shade right here. It's gonna be very blinding. So probably need just a little bit. Okay, so I have to step off camera real quick, but I'm not really liking adding, it was a shade Maya. So I think I'm gonna add the Selena shade. So just not to go too crazy. I'm gonna put it on top of this Maya shade. So I'm gonna get a little bit of that. This one's like really soft. This one's like very smooth duochrome right here. The one I use right here. I'm gonna use the same thing right here. Ugh, it's a little bit chunky because I got it with the tiny brush, but it's gonna make it a little bit pinker. Okay, let me just use my, yeah, so it's really smooth. This is like the smoothest shade. Yeah, that looks really, really cute. Very easy to do, very easy. Oh, I love this. Alrighty, alright, now let's do the other eye look. I'm gonna get the shade Toya now, the shade Toya. Let's see how this one performs, because this is the lightest shade, so it's not super pigmented. So let me just add it right here, like a transition. The mattes are This one's smooth. I mean, it's not pigmented, but it's smooth. It's easy to work with. So a lot of the Adept Cosmetics mattes that I have, there's like the lighter ones, the Neon Hydrogen palette. The mattes in those they're not so pigmented, but they're so easy to work with. It's just like the same formula. Like you could just build them up and easily diffuse the shades. So I don't mind that, because sometimes I have trouble with diffusing shades. Like usually I always put too much of a shade, and then I have to try to take some out, and that's a lot harder to do rather than building them up instead. So very, very easy. This one I'm gonna do maybe another halo look, because we need to keep it like almost the same. So I'm gonna do another halo look. So the next two looks, they'll be like regular looks. These are gonna be the halo looks. I'm gonna get the Maria shade, the dark purple, and we're just gonna focus it right here in my ends. Just a little bit. Yeah, this one I have to like make sure I press it on. This purple, the light purple was easier to work with, but I think this one I have to press it on. Unless it's my concealer, I'll let you guys know if my other two looks, if I had the same issue with this purple shade. There we go, that's a lot better. Toya shade, the light purple, and just kind of diffuse these two. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty good, I guess. Oh, let me add a little bit of the Maria shade. It kind of disappeared when I'm blending. Okay, I'm going to use the Cora shade now. The Cora shade. And let's use some glitter glue. Yeah, let's use a little bit. Ooh, this one's not picking well on the brush shader. So, let's see. So I just need to test it. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, they do say fingers is always better. They even suggested in their description that fingers will work better. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm just gonna make the halo looks. So this one's more greenish. I'm just adding it right here. Didn't really leave that much space in the middle, but let me get a little bit more. Really like just tap it in the ends so it could look more diffuse, like fade it in, fading towards it. Oh, that looks so pretty, the green and purples. Now in the middle, I want to use the shade. I'm gonna use the shade Minka. Minka right here, the bright silver shade, and I'm gonna use my pinky. Put it in the middle. Oh yes. So I was just adding the Minka shade. So let me just go back in and add it again. I mean, go back, you know, where I left off. It's Saturday today, so yeah, the kids are being very, you know, they're all home, that's why. This is very textury, so let me just add a little bit more. So I just want this to be the center of the tension. Oh yeah, so right here how it's looking. So that one's more textury, this one's more smooth. I use smoother shades here, so this one's the more textury. Oh, okay, so should I deepen up the crease even more? So let me deepen it up with the Maria shade even more, like the green and purple. I need a smaller brush here. I don't think I'm gonna add an inner corner in this side. It just looks honestly really cute. That shimmer in the middle is the most dramatic one so far. Minka, man, that's the name of the palette. I noticed that I have to work with this purple a little bit, so I'm just gonna blend that. There you go. That looks really cute. So oh my gosh, this is such a girly palette. So I know the two mattes, every look's gonna look purplish, so I think I will use different mattes for the next two looks. Let me add a little bit of light purple. I'm gonna add a little bit of light purple and just pat it down So I'm getting the Toya shade and I'm just adding it right here. Looks a lot better. Alright, so I'm gonna get the Toya shade, the light purple shade. So I'm almost gonna do the same thing, except I'm gonna make this more of a halo eye. So just adding the purple right here and then right here. A dark purple shade. I'm just gonna focus it right here. The outer corner. So I'm gonna get the same two shimmers I used on top. I'm gonna use the coral shade and the Minka right in the middle. So it's gonna be more exactly like a halo look. And we're gonna see. Now you can use glitter glue right here if you wanted to. Yeah, it's just maybe if I use glitter glue it'll help. So let me just use my pinky. So I'm gonna use my pinky, kinda. Yeah, I know it doesn't look great, like, I mean, me doing this, but I'm just doing what's working best. Now for the Minka shade. Actually, let me try to test it with the brush. So hopefully, okay, yeah, that one applies well on the brush. Oh yeah. So I didn't use it, my brush in the middle with the, so I'm gonna just take some of that out. Yeah. Wow, I love this. I love it. Ooh. Let me add the Minka shade. Use my brush instead, and I'm just gonna put it down now. Smooth it out. So I'm just fixing it. I'm gonna get the coral shade, use this concealer brush, and I'm gonna add it right here. So it could kind of work, but it's not as pigmented. Alright, so I'm just gonna go off camera, finish up my mascara and my lip, and then I'm gonna just show you these first two looks, and then we're gonna move on to the next two looks, I guess. Alright guys, so I'm back. So here's my finished eye looks. So here's the first eye look. And here's the second eye look. Oh my god, so which one do I prefer? They're both pretty. This one's very girly, but I actually love this one. I love the green and purple. It looks so pretty. Oh my gosh, so far I'm really loving it. And I think the NYX glitter glue, I really highly suggest you pick that up. It only costs like $6, so I've been telling you guys, I've been wanting to pick this up for months, and I finally picked it up, and I think it's making a huge difference for it to stay on, because the only fallout I got, it was mostly the Minka shade, because I did in the bottom, so a little bit just went down, but that's okay. I was using my finger, but so far I'm loving it. So I'll see you guys in a bit with two extra eye looks, and I'm gonna give you guys my final thoughts after that.
How do you know when you talk to me that I'm still the man that you saw in your dreams, that I'm still the man that you want me to be? Cause I don't feel like a man to me. Nostalgia can be bitter or be sweet. Take my breath away and give me peace. My heart is in a place I've never seen. Rose petals on the floor beneath your feet. Your little flame inside and watch me burn, and threw away the trust I thought you'd earned. I'm tired of getting hurt, so it's my turn. I hope that you learn. What's it gonna be? Late nights at the lake, stars shining through the trees, or driving home alone, tears running down your cheek. I don't wanna blame you, but this one ain't on me. What's it gonna be? How do you know when you talk to me that I'm still the man that you saw in your dreams, that I'm still the man that you want me to be? Cause I don't feel like a man to me. You're all I want, but baby, I won't make you stay. I need you now, but what you need is to be okay.
Was our love a victim of circumstance? Is it enough? Did we ever have a chance? I can't tell if this love is an illusion, leading me from what I should be choosing. Is this fantasy or reality? If it's meant to be, it shouldn't be confusing.
What's it gonna be? Late nights at the lakeside, shining through the trees, or driving home alone, tears running down your cheek. I don't wanna blame you, but this one ain't on me. What's it gonna be? How do you know when you talk to me that I'm still the man that you saw in your dreams? That I'm still the man.
Alright guys, so you guys just seen my last two eye looks and I love them both. So which one do I prefer? Oh my gosh, I love all the looks, you guys. But between these two, it's so hard. Honestly, I love them both. I can't choose between these two. They're just so pretty in their own way. This one's like more like, you know, neutral but a little bit of a grunge. That shade Nora, oh, I love it. I love it. It's like a little bit olive mustardy. The one right here. Oh my god. And this shade, this color combo, like the purple and grays, like the matte I use, you guys seen. I only use one matte from a different palette, the Eder Austin palette. I use the shade Atlas. Yeah, I used the shade Atlas just for this. That was like the only matte I used on top. And then for this eye, the additional matte looks I used on this eye was from the Neon Hydrant palette, and I used the shade ACM 32. It's like a grungy green, so I used most of it right here. And then, well, the other matte, if you guys didn't see, was from the Minka palette, the Toya shade, for mostly in the inner part, and I kind of put it a little bit right here too. And in the bottom part, I used the shade Maria, I believe. Actually, no, Maria was right here. And then down here, I used a bunch of the shimmers down here. So I used those additional palettes for the additional mattes. It wasn't that much, but it's just to see that what other looks you can create with different color mattes. And I love it, guys. I love the looks I created. These last two I didn't use the NYX glitter glue, so I didn't really have that much. I didn't really have fallout. You guys could see I'm still wearing the same makeup I was wearing earlier. So yeah, I did have to redo my under eyes before I started these looks, but yeah, no fallout. So you just have to be careful. Like with the brush, some of the shades kind of do pick up well with the brush, but some of the shades don't. So I forgot which ones exactly, but that's what I'm saying. And then you get the most pigment, of course, with the finger. So this one was more subtle. That shade was the shade Layla. Like it was more subtle with the brush, but using it with the finger made it more shimmery, glittery. Oh, so pretty. I love it. When I swatched them, they felt very textured. They are textury, but they hurt more on my arm than they did in my eyes. So I just have to say, if you have sensitive eyes, it probably will bother you. So if there's other eyeshadows that has like some texture to them, but not as much as this, because it's very textury, then if those bother you, then I'll say this palette will bother you too, if you have sensitive eyes. For it to have that effect of the texture look, to be more multi-dimensional, it's gonna feel a little bit more textured than other shimmers, like regular shimmers. This is a very, very special palette. It has a mix of multichromes and duochrome. And out of the other Adept cosmetic palettes, like, you know, the Neon Hydrant palette, this one is very this one's pretty textury, but comparing to this one has more texture. Like you could just tell this one's gonna have more texture. You see how reflecting it is, how shiny and beautiful. I love the Neon Hydrant too. So if you have the Neon Hydrant, you already know this one feels more texture. Like when you dip your finger in, you feel some texture to it. But the Minka palette has even more texture, but it's so beautiful. So my overall opinions, I used pretty much all the shades. I think it was pretty much this shade that I didn't use, the shade Emma. Paid a little bit extra, a lot more extra for this palette. I really wanted it. That's how badly I wanted it. And I only see one review. I haven't had time to watch other reviews, so I'm not sure what other people said about it. Probably good things because it sold out within 3 minutes. I'm happy for their Adept cosmetic business, of course. So I'm really glad they had a successful launch. Do I think this was worth my money? Well, of course. With the normal price, it was $56 for the normal retail price. Of course, it's definitely worth it for what I paid for. It's still worth it to me. Honestly, it is worth it. This is like the most prettiest sparkle shimmer palette that I have right now. Oh, the most prettiest. And it has different tones too. It's great for neutral lovers. I would say that wants more color. because I'm not a huge neutral lover, so this, and I love cool tones too, so I guess that's another reason why I love this palette. So it has different tones, cool tones. It's not really warm. So another thing I want to mention about this palette, since it only comes with 2 purple mattes, whatever look you come up with these 2 purple mattes, it's gonna complement all these shimmers right here, but the only thing is gonna look more of a purplish look. That's why I suggest to, if you're not feeling purple, to get if you don't have any other Adept cosmetic palettes, I mean, it's nice to play with those too. With this palette, it was really fun. But if you don't, then I suggest get another palette to get the specific color that you want to use. And then this is just so great. It's such a versatile shimmer palette. You can use these like anytime, like when you want to go out to like any special occasion too. Like even now, like I would wear this outside. It's so pretty. Overall, guys, this palette is such a winner. I'm so happy. This was worth every penny. I'm so happy to have it, and I practically have all the Adept cosmetic palettes now, besides Korean and the plain Jane, the regular one. So I really hope you guys find this video helpful and inspires you to do different eye looks and use your Adept cosmetic palettes along with this palette. Oh, this is so gorgeous. I'm praising this so much because it really deserves the attention. Like if you love shimmery shimmers, like the texture it gives, it's giving off the sparkleness, like it's reflecting so hard. Oh, so much dimension to these eye looks, so that's why I'm so much in love. But anyways, guys, that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.